Hi, I'm Heather Marie Montilla, and you are watching PBS Books. Today, we are celebrating Juneteenth, a historic holiday, federal holiday now, that we are celebrating the emancipation of African Americans. And it is one of the most important holidays that I think we can talk about and we can learn more about for those of you who don't know. So I am very fortunate today to have Ahmad Ward he is the executive director of the historic Mitchellville Freedom Park. And he is here to talk a little bit to us about his work with the BLKFreedom.org organization, which represents a collective of African American museums and historic institutions across the country. Ahmad?
So this is actually our third year of presenting a Juneteenth virtual presentation on BLKFreedom.org. And the first year we had 6 museums. This year we have 11. So we continue to grow. And the whole notion is to make sure people understand how important Juneteenth is, especially since last year it is now a nationally recognized holiday.
So tell me a little bit, what can someone who joins this program, what are they going to see? What will our guests see today?
Sure. And so this year's theme is We the People. And what we've done is taken that very important part of our Constitution, the preamble, and looked at how we the people, as in African Americans who are celebrating Juneteenth and trying to involve everyone else into this situation, we the people, what we have done over the years since Juneteenth to make waves. And so we the people strive, we the people innovate, we the people pioneer and create. And so each of those 11 organizations took a word, one of those words, terms. Mitchellville's is pioneer, and talked about how Black people have been able to do this thing, being a part of the body of America under we the people. And so you'll see spoken word, you'll see historical reenactments, you're going to see music, you're going to have a really creative presentation, and also a reading of the preamble by some really important people in our communities. These are judges, some of which who are federal judges who deal with the law on a regular basis. And we wanted to make sure that we understand the importance and undergird the importance of what the Constitution says in relationship to this now nationally recognized holiday that is celebrating freedom for all people.
If you were to say, what is the one thing that stands out as the most significant part of this program, of why someone should join this program, watch this program? Yes, we all have competing priorities, but why this program? Why is it important?
Well, I think it covers a couple of bases. Number one, it shows collaboration between these institutions at a time where we definitely needed to do something to stick together. But as far as the viewer, we want them to really embrace Juneteenth as a holiday that everybody can enjoy. Of course, it has an African American focus because it freed enslaved populations finally in America. But it really is a celebration of freedom, and we can all connect to freedom, no matter what your background, no matter where you came from, race, creed, religion. The idea and the concept of freedom is something that every American can enjoy, or at least connect to. And so we want people to come to this presentation knowing that this also represents them. Like freedom represents them, and if we are going by these American tenets that govern everything that we do on a regular basis, then we accept that Juneteenth is an important holiday for all people and not just African Americans who live in this country. So we hope people feel a sense of belonging when they watch this, a sense of accepting Juneteenth into this national holiday situation, and really understanding why it is so important for us to celebrate this particular day.
Hello, my name is Lanisha DeBartoleben, and I am President and CEO of the Northwest African American Museum in Seattle, Washington. In the spirit of collective care, it is essential that we can be reminded of one of the most important cultural holidays that celebrates Black liberation, Juneteenth.
The Black Freedom Collective proudly celebrates Juneteenth with the theme, We the People. we celebrate the historic appointment of Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson and the many Black lawyers, judges, and jurists who have worked to uphold the United States Constitution.
The Preamble to the United States Constitution.
Signed in Convention, September 17, 1787, ratified on June 21, 1788.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union,
establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare,
and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity.
Do ordain and establish this Constitution
for the United States of America.
We, the people, having significantly contributed to this country in its quest to form a more perfect union, desiring for it to fulfill its principles and values as espoused in the Constitution, despite years of enslavement, oppression, and discrimination, boldly define ourselves beyond race, condition, or socioeconomic background. We are a holistic community and culture with a profound legacy we carry with us today.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
We the people.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
we the people, we the people, we the people, are we the people? This isn't technically an echo. Technically, an echo starts in a place, travels in a straight line, bounces off a wall, a mountain, or some other vertical thing, and then bounces back to where it started from. Each time the sound travels and bounces back and forth, it gets quieter and quieter and quieter. Here we have what's called reverberation. Our sound does not dissipate in this space. And so while we are saying thematically, we echo freedom, in reality, we resonate freedom. We keep it strong. We don't let it fade. We hold on to these stories. They are what is important to us because we want to make sure they become important to you.
Detroit had one of the pivotal places for Black people to gather back in the 1850s and 60s before the Civil War. And it had a gathering of very dynamic individuals. One was William Lambert, who was involved in the freedom movement since he was 13 years old. And he was the one who formed the Colored Vigilance Society. So when the Emancipation Proclamation was read here in Detroit, people were excited because we all think that the Emancipation Proclamation freed every Black person. And if you read it, it doesn't. It was for the states that had seceded from the Union. So there were at least three brothers, one named Jacob Buchanan, and he really did have a blood brother named James Frank Buchanan, and another gentleman by the name of Benedict Dorsey. They had already taken their own freedom by escaping from their plantation, and here they are listening to this freedom speech, and they weren't included. One of our heroes, William Lambert, took these three men back to Maryland, to the plantation they had escaped from, to get permission from their owner, their master, so that they could fight in the Civil War. And there's something about freedom and war. And the sad thing and the sad truth about our history in the United States is that Black men have fought in all the wars that America has committed to, all of them. And so it's a commitment, and these men were committed to being free. They were already free, and they said, okay, I'm gonna go fight and risk my life to be free according to the way American government says you had to be free.
Brian is a noted author and historian from Buxton, Ontario, Canada. And to my surprise, my brother's keeper was about the African Canadians and the American Civil War. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that was just a shock to me. I got into Brian's book, and I learned that, that 50,000 Canadians actually crossed the border into the United States to fight in the American Civil War. Brian identified 1,100 blacks from Canada, just blacks that came over, that crossed the border to fight. It was freedom that inspired them all, no matter, you know, what other advantages they had, that nothing was higher than freedom.
We the people resonate. We the people remember. We the people. What echoes freedom to you in this space right here? What resonates in terms of freedom? The fact that there were people who had to wait for their freedom to be enforced, and then once they found out, they did what every other single free person does. They go about making their lives. And so we echo that freedom. We honor that freedom. We respect that freedom. We uphold that freedom. So we the people. We the people.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
My dear fellow clergymen, you may well ask, why direct action? Why sit-ins, marches, and so forth? Nonviolent direct action seeks to create such a crisis and foster such a tension that a community which has constantly refused to negotiate is forced to confront the issue. For years now I have heard the word wait. This wait has almost always meant never. We must come to see that justice too long delayed is justice denied. The Negro's great stumbling block in his stride toward freedom is not the white citizen's counselor or the Ku Klux Klaner, but the white moderate who is more devoted to order than to justice. Abused and scorned though we may be, our destiny is tied up with America's destiny. For more than 2 centuries, our forebears labored in this country without wages. They made cotton king. They built the homes of their masters while suffering gross injustice and shameful humiliation. If the inexpressible cruelties of slavery could not stop us, the opposition we now face will surely fail. Let us all hope that the dark clouds of racial prejudice will soon pass away, and the deep fog of misunderstanding will be lifted from our fear-drenched communities, and in some not too distant tomorrow, the radiant stars of love and brotherhood will shine over our great nation with all their scintillating beauty. Yours for the cause of peace and brotherhood, Martin Luther King, Jr.
We ain't even got a huddle, Cause everything ain't bad, sometimes you gotta get in good trouble. Missing pieces to the puzzle, what a year made it through the rubble. Man, they treat us like a dog, but you never ever put us in a muzzle. Man, they really wanna break us down, they don't understand we can take that. Cause if we lose 9 times on the 10th time, still coming right back. You cannot erase a history, cause we still gonna give you straight facts. Never ever gonna change, never gonna change, man, I love being black son. Justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So if you see something strange happening, speak up, act like you care. We ain't got no other options. Time for action, no more watching. Ready for the real change, so we fight the power. I ain't talking boxing. Every single time I promise all they wanna do is tell us what we should've did. But when your skin look like mine, you already guilty as a little kid. I don't know how much more I can take, so we gotta pray. Getting tired of the darkness. I could really use a brighter day. Everybody knows. Some good trouble. Yeah, I'm here. Everybody knows I'm here. Giving some good trouble. Good trouble.
We the people. 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 We the people.
Lord, it's so hard living this life, a constant struggle each and every day. Some wonder why I'd rather die than to continue living this way. Many are blind and cannot find the truth, 'cause no one seems to really know. But I won't accept that this is how it's gonna be. Devil, you got to let me and my people go, 'cause I wanna be free, completely free. Lord, won't you come and save me, 'cause I wanna be free, totally free. I'm not gonna let this world worry me.
We cannot be too tender for the truth. Truth be told, the despotism of slavery weighs heavy on the soul and spirit. It was an evolving storm of darkness, but brighter days would come. Freedom came in varied ways to the 4 million of Americans enslaved. Some of the fortunate were emancipated as early as 1861, when Union forces captured outlying areas of the Confederacy. But Texas had become a place of refuge for slaveholders seeking to keep their property. Finally, freedom came to the last of America's enslaved in Galveston, Texas. The absolute equality of personal rights was announced. The word of emancipation spread, and many were overcome with joy. The newly freed created poems that reflected their joy. And over time, parades, barbecues, and gatherings in parks were held in remembrance of our liberation. Today, we reflect on how we, the people, persevere.
You got to know where you're going, or you'll end up getting lost somehow. It's a minute that's gonna teach you how to fly before you hit the ground. You ain't gotta wait for your turn, it's not that stuck out now. Think about every and all beings who sold into the figure that you come to be. And know your worth. Know who you say you are is who you are. Let the words that leave your lips be your power. Reserve it for the deserving. As you stand tall of your adversities and conquer your adversaries, you'll reach your crown. So step into the light. Step into what's yours. Step into greatness. And if denied, you must take it. You must take it. You have to take it. There is nothing you can't do. There is no one that can stop you. Because greatness is a mindset. Let it be your mindset.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
We the people.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
We the people. We the people of the Pacific Northwest gather here to honor our ancestors. We innovate. We create fearlessly. We lift each other as we climb by building our own tables and committees to advance access and equity. We believe in justice for all, and despite challenges, we still rise because of the legacy we carry. We do ordain and establish this Constitution for all Black people to be free in the United States of America, because we are the ones who built this country bone by bone.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
What will your legacy be when you have finally cast off these moral coils, when you have crossed the great divide? What will your legacy be when you can no longer run life's race, when you no longer have a place, when you have at last completed the circle round, and when escape is no longer to be found? What will your legacy be? When you walk into the unknown all by yourself and alone, what will your legacy be? Stop for a moment and listen to me and answer these questions if you can. What will your legacy be? When you can no longer run life's race, when you no longer have a place, when you have at last completed the circle, will it be just a gray, decaying tombstone standing alone in the cemetery? Or will it be as it should be, some act, some service, or some deed that will ensure you will be remembered? On and into the eternities of life's game, I ask you, what will your legacy be? Will it be the fact that you helped somebody along the way during a time while you were here on earth? What will your legacy be? Will it be similar to the legacy left to our generations by people like Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Frederick Douglass, John Brown, Ada B. Wells, Marriott Bethune, and so many others who has made their lives a bridge for us to cross over and on, whose lives were an inspiration for us today to make our lives bridge for future generations to cross over? What will your legacy be? Legacy. Legacy.
There were people like Harriet Tubman. Her legacy was the work that she did on the Underground Railroad, in which she brought hundreds of our ancestors out of the bonds of slavery. And Bessie Coleman, her legacy was that she became the first woman in America, black or white, to acquire a pilot's license. Langston Hughes and Margaret Walker. Their legacies were the many inspirational poems that they wrote, which expressed the soul of our people. And those coming to cross over on, what will your legacy be?
Think now, act now, to ensure that your legacy will be a positive contribution to humanity, and you will be remembered. Yes, you will be remembered.
Yes, you will be remembered on, and in eternity as God wills it.
People. We the people. We the people.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
We the people. We the people.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ashley Jordan, and I am the president and CEO for the African American Museum in Philadelphia. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our Director of Programming, Nina Ball, who will render a piece inspired by the theme, Courage.
Somyoma, the reclamation from holy. I have come to save myself. I am not afraid. Come to exhume this body from an unmarked grave. Deep amorphous melanin, sweet black night, merciful sword of opulence, authoring scripture with light. Progeny of God, icon of pulchritude. Earthbound perfection, profound, arresting muse. My body is an untold story, a rare and distinct expression, an autobiography unfolding, an archive of self. My story is my own. But your polluted gaze would make mythology of my bones. Yes, I am feast for eyes and food for soul. I am appetite and savored bite. But first of all these things, I am whole. Even my half-breaths are birthrights. My resting posture, a soliloquy. Defiance and affirmation. I am a declaration of liberty. I am not some awkward phrase that doesn't fit inside your lungs. Rather, I am hurricane strength pentameter, pulling the stammer from your tongue. A gale force wind blowing through makeshift shelter. Say my name, for I know the subtle violence of being misnamed. The gentle murder implicit in mispronunciation. The recklessness of misrepresentation when overheard conversations feel like firing squads. I am at odds with myself when I do not act. So I caress the syllables that stumble across your tongue, bathe them and whisper bedtime stories of their etymology. Quiet. Be silent. This darkness is glorious. This fierce beauty, cognitive dissonance for the colonized mind, a well-placed explosive in the heart of a virus, a disruption that calls you awake with an in-breath. No, I hear, but I do not listen when you say that I do not belong in this particular place, when your eyes police me and your actions insist that I continue breathing, but at my own risk. I will not spend my life as a mispronounced phrase because you refuse to learn my name, though you have called for my erasure. I persist. Behold, I am a monument unto myself, a sacred gift. The nomenclature no longer bends in your favor. It breaks like glass between subject and stranger, unearthing the deepest of truths. That freedom requires alternative routes. I have come to save myself. I am not afraid. Come to exhume this body from an unmarked grave. Deep amorphous melanin, sweet black night, merciful sword of opulence, authoring scripture with light, progeny of God, icon of pulchritude, earthbound perfection, profound, arresting truth. My body is an untold story, a rare and distinct expression, an autobiography unfolding, an archive of self.
We the people. We the people.
We
the people.
We the people.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
I want to be the champion. I want to be the best. I want my art to be the highest. So that's when I sit down. I mean, why try for anything different?
Will not die. Don't put me on the front of your t-shirts. See, I need to earn us a parade. I want a release of balloons. I need people stepping out in their best clothes, heels, colognes, and perfumes. I need my name to be a holiday. I mean, Brother Martin worked hard enough to get us a day off. I know I can get us two, and if that don't work, I don't want to be remembered as a person. In the era I die is when women know what their worth is and males aren't insecure about holding their spouse's purses. I also don't want women to worry about when they should put their guard down. And before I die, I need a legit reason to turn up instead of drinking the sorrows away of Breonna Taylor, Leon Ford, and Mike Brown. Before I die, I don't want people to be judged based on their religion, but appreciated, whether or whether not they know God. And on everything I love, my grandkids better never come in my house with the immature insecurity status ever stating, pause. And in the same breath, my son and I will have to get the fair one. If he have on jeans and I can still see his draws, yeah, we're gonna get it on. Yeah, I'm talking a full out bra with bloodshed and all. See, some call it discipline, others call it child abuse, and I'm not sure about y'all. And that's when I realized the black mind is in too many places, and I faced it. We just standing with our backs against the wall like we trying to brace it. You got Cupid as the bartender, and we still scared to take the shot, and we saying it's half empty or he probably laced it. This is getting outrageous. And like an eraser on the ear ring, you can find me in the back. Just keep in mind that we're not racist. We're just black. We're just black.
Where are the one-way tickets? Who signed the death certificates? Where are the magicians, the madmen, the toothless, the smoothless, the poets, the corner store prophets, the bus stop historians, the traffic stoppers? Where are the people? Where are the blues? Under which pile of gravel? Where are they buried? Hurricane cast corridor, hurricane cast corridor. Where is the soil, the soul, the socks, the soles, the shoes? Where is the heroin? Where are the pills? Where are the women? Where are the thrills? Where is cast corridor? My student asks. Is it a building? Is it this way? Is it that way? Your school is sitting in it. You is it? The dogs are walking the people. The dogs have parks. The parks don't have children. Where are the people that stepped over the forgotten Holocaust? The fragile, the beautiful, the fast talkers, the backward walkers, the 3 a.m. stalkers. Where did they take them? When will they return? Where is the balance? Where is the money? Where are the schools? Where are the people? We all got Wi-Fi. Nobody getting high outside? Where are the beds? Where is they heads? Where are the recognizable street signs? Where is Joe Louis? Please tell them. I have an overpriced, gentrified cheese and pork pizza with their names on it. Tell them I am writing for them so they won't disappear without a fight.
We the people.
We
the people. We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
To create is, by definition, to bring something into existence. The Harvey B. Gantt Center is a platform for the ever-evolving reflections on our culture and the ever-expanding creativity of our people.
My name is Frankie Zombie, and I am a creator. I'm a Black man in America just trying to make a difference through my art and creations. I'm an abstract artist, a little bit of a multidisciplinary. I like to touch on different canvases, pianos, cars, basketball courts, anything that helps me get that vibe and that message out.
We seek to answer the question, how is our history tied to what we continue to create, to what we bring into existence? When you think of Black history and Black culture, it is in many ways anchored by art. From the couplets of Phyllis Wheatley to the rhythmic paintings of Jacob Lawrence, art has been both a waymaker and a placemaker in our culture since its inception.
Even in the midst of being told what to do daily and having fear put in them, my ancestors still were able to rise up and be powerful people. I'm grateful enough to know I have a lot more freedom than they knew they had. Essentially, freedom cannot come from another person, in my opinion. It comes from, God and within. Freedom to me is beyond someone telling me I can do something. Freedom is a feeling. It's a way of expression. We are, intelligent people, beautiful people, creative, inventors. In those moments where I think I can't do something in my DNA just kicks out super loud, telling me, no, you can do this. For us, a lot of times we take deep, dark things we've been through and turn it into beauty.
The Gantt Center highlights the dance of Black life and Black art, particularly the way this dance constantly renews and redefines our culture, our story.
Our backs have been against the wall for so long. Why not just be you? I'm sincerely happy to be Black, especially a Black man. We've gone through so much, and to be able to stand up, chin up, chest out, and say, yes, I know where I come from. I love my culture. I will never forget what we've been through, and I will never forget where we're going. We are past, present, and future. Art helped me literally start wearing my art on my sleeves, getting out those feelings and emotions, whatever it was. It makes me feel good knowing that not only inward, but on the outside, there's a little Black kid somewhere that can tell by the way I move and talk and, just live my life. That man right there is living in his freedom. When I think of the word create, I think of vulnerability, respecting ancestors, respecting myself. Freedom, what that really means, not looking to the left or right, just looking inward and outward. I think of love, I think of hate, blank space, fresh canvas, using my voice in the best way I can.
We create to tell a story of who we are. We create to pay tribute to those who have come before us. The countless lyrics, films, and dances are for the countless melodies unheard, performances unseen, heritage lost. We create to remember. Creation has no bounds. To create is to be free.
We, the people. We, the people. We, the people.
We, the people. We, the people. We, the people.
We, the people. We, the people.
But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. So we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice. We have also come to this hallowed spot to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism.
It's hard to believe in 2020, black bodies are still being lynched by those who long for a time when policies like slavery, Jim Crow, the war on drugs, don't ask, don't tell, sterilization, and other systems have kept people of color marginalized. Policies that would have us believe that our situation is hopeless to change. Well, my name is Dewana Thompson, and I have traveled from Birmingham, Alabama to declare that in spite of what we have endured and are enduring, we have a lively hope.
History is happening, just as it has in the past, just as it always will, from one generation to the next. For 30 years, the Civil Rights Institute has stood strong in association with the Smithsonian Institution from the heart of the Birmingham Civil Rights National Monument. We are preserving and telling the Birmingham story, being a good steward of archival and financial resources, and championing civil and human rights, creating programs that encourage cultural awareness, reaching more than 150,000 individuals each year through award-winning programs and services. We're embracing change and adapting for the future, advocating for social justice.
This is our country. We built this thing on our backs. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. We know what making good trouble means. We've been making good trouble in Birmingham, Alabama since Martin Luther King sat in a Birmingham jail and told his own colleagues that he was ashamed of them because they were not stepping up when it was time to do the real work. But we are here today because we believe in doing the real work. We believe in the good trouble.
BCRI is built upon the ground that peaceful protesters marched on to demand civil rights. Through its programming, the Institute provides a forum for dialogue and community engagement for all people. In this current national climate intensely grappling with issues on race and justice, the presence of the Institute is needed now more than ever to provide leadership training, historical education, engagement on racial justice, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and a gathering place for the community. At this moment in our nation's history, it is critical that BCRI leads with clarity and intentionality. As keeper of the legacy of the civil rights movement in Birmingham in the 50s and 60s, many throughout the nation and the world look to the Institute to provide understanding of the current dialogue on racial justice. BCRI is a sacred place and a must-see destination for those on a pilgrimage to retrace the history of the civil rights movement.
Resources that we receive from community partners allows us to continue telling the story of what happened here, but also reminding people of what's possible when we come together, when we push our government to be better for all of us.
We're excited for another season of significant presentations and activities at BCRI. We're a community that values learning. Our immodest but heartfelt goal is to be a world-class institution of worth with a distinctive commitment to examining the past to influence a better today and tomorrow.
Across the country. It has me excited and it has me ready to see what's next and do something tomorrow. I'm ready for what's next.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people. We the people.
We offer you resilience. The resilience epitomized in the life of our founder, Dr. James Cameron, who after surviving a lynching in 1930, dedicates the rest of his life to realizing this legacy that is America's Black Holocaust Museum. Africans embodied remarkable resilience as they struggled through the gruesome experience that was the Middle Passage, surviving capture, surviving the 100 miles long march to the coastline, surviving being held in slave fortresses, only to then experience the gruesome boat ride across the Atlantic. Black people mustered the resilience to not only survive, but thrive under brutal systems of white supremacy. Since 1619, Black people have challenged and survived slavery, challenged and survived Jim Crow, and continue to challenge the vestiges and progenies of those systems today. Since 1865, that resilience has given rise to a number of movements for Black liberation. And in the 1950s and 60s, Black people demanded fair employment, voting rights, school desegregation, and fair housing. The resilience that fueled the modern civil rights movement gave birth to a rich tapestry of local movements. Here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, local activists marched for over 200 nights to demand an end to the apartheid that marred our residential landscapes.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people.
We the people. We the people. We the people.
Once upon a time, pretty long ago, my people were pioneers and lived life slow. The gullah's been yelled while the land's been took. Europeans came here with their plantations. There was a gullah boy pretty smart in the head. His master told him what he gonna do instead. Send you to Charleston just to make some cash. Stevedore, fisherman, a sailor man. He took the jobs, money came with ease. He had to pay his master his whole salary. He learned another and another, taught a sister and a brother. Came up with a plan to be the captain undercover. Will Manskill, boat pilot, what they call him. Married Hannah Smith, 17, that ain't average. Civil War right there in front of his house. Confederate wanted him to be the wheelman now. Drove Planter CS, S2 easy, wanted to be free, but he was on like property. Masters got rude, abusive, and bitter. 1862, when they got Morilla, he noticed officers would leave off the ship. So we gathered families, and they all prepared to dip. May 13th, he completed his mission. 9 families been fighting for freedom. Smalls took the boat with no hesitation. Then he drove off the coast for a better nation. So he was confident about the quest. He was driving top speed through the harbor, no stress. Knocked 5 points down, impersonating the captain. Took the fast frag down, right sheet flashing. He got from his wife riding on the planner. No stress at all, taking positive action. Nearly fired at, but the sheep meant surrender. Approaching the Union, that boat looked familiar. Sunrise shining, they knew he was on a mission. Boat full of treasure of guns and ammunition. The Union thought of him as a wartime hero, national phenom, trying to free all his people. That's when President Lincoln tried to be equal. Freed Robert Smalls and freed all of his people. After the war, Smalls bought his master house, a general store, and built a school in the South. Elected to the House of Representatives, also elected to the state Senate. So this is the way I gotta end this story. Robert Smalls was a king, gotta give him the glory. He passed away at 75, and if you ain't know, his soul's still alive.
What does it mean to be a pioneer? To accomplish something that no one else could or even thought possible. To move mountains that seem unmovable. To blaze trails that stand the test of time and inspire generations to follow. To stare into the unknown and leap with conviction and courage. Our people have blazed trails with the distinct knowledge that they may never receive an ounce of credit or one red cent. They did it because it needed to be done. A door had to be opened. A pathway had to be cleared. What does it mean to be a pioneer? That even the threat of death won't stop you. To understand that your actions will affect the history of mankind. Our people continue to pioneer, to chart a course for the future, to clear the way for everyone who comes behind them, to make the situation better for everyone, because they've always had to.
We, the people, echo freedom. We, the people, strive toward freedom. We, the people, persevere. We, the people, innovate. We, the people, cultivate. We, the people, champion. We, the people, create. We, the people, remember. We, the people, pioneer. We, the people, are courageous. We, the people, are resilient. We, the people, celebrate Juneteenth. We, the people, celebrate Juneteenth. Celebrate Juneteenth by supporting Black museums. Visit BLKFreedom.org to learn more about this year's participants. To find Black museums in your area, visit the Association of African American Museums at blackmuseums.org.